Thanks for tuning in to the Mr. Show. I Red Pill Rickster. Conversations that add value. Follow me on Instagram at King Turbo Canada. Oh, yes. All right, so we're going to get right into the show right now. It's a doozy. How women cheat. We're also going to talk about a few other things on the show. We're not starting off with this, so let's get right into it. It's the Mr. Show. I Red Pill Rickster. Now, this lady here, she has a husband, but guess what? She has multiple baby daddies. What? Calling the dogs. Let's go.
You were married to your husband, but you were having children with other men.
I was. He raised them as his own and knew them to be his own until the divorce. He ended up unhoused. And the first man that I had the affair with is now my boyfriend, the father of my first child, my son. And he was my husband's assistant manager. So he started bringing this guy around, and I made the first move.
Wow.
Of course. I feel like I just sensed his kindness. I mean, still to this day, this man that I'm with is the kindest, most patient man I've ever met. But one day he came over my house without my ex-husband there, and you know what happened next. And we only saw each other once a week to do this because of how my schedule, my ex-husband's schedule, and his schedule. But the second affair, the man is the father of my daughter.
Yo, this girl is a certified cheater. Certified cheater, cold.
He actually worked with me this time.
So her second affair now, check this out.
My ex-husband's schedule and his schedule. But the second affair, the man is the father of my daughter, he actually worked with me this time. He was my maintenance guy at my leasing job. And again, just another kind man who was nice to me. And then with my daughter, she's Hispanic. So she came out a little more tan than the both of us. And just as she grew up, just kept that tan skin. And still, she looked so much like me, he was just like, yep, she looks like my wife. And here we are, with 3 baby daddies and 2 kids.
Wow. Oh, she's cold with it. Look at her smile. Look at her. She's so happy. The last one came out a little bit dark, but hey, it looked like me and my husband was... Loser. This is why men, be aware. Be very aware. Pay attention to your wife, bro. Let's keep going.
So yeah, it's been wild.
5 signs
that you know when your woman is doing what?
your girl could be cheating. Number 1, all of a sudden she has zero interest in sex. Number 2, all of a sudden she's guarding her phone for dear life, putting a lock on it, hiding it from you, conversations that you can't see. Number 3, all of a sudden she's very interested in changing her appearance for the better. Losing weight, going to the gym, makeup, clothes, her hair, all of a sudden really changing her appearance. Number 4, suddenly she has to stay at work late all the time for meetings, etc. And number 5, suddenly she's doing girls' weekends, girls' trips, girls' vacations all the time. You put those together, because they're all of a sudden, something could be going on. Pay attention, guys.
Okay, guys, that's the number one thing is women always talk about, oh, you're always work busy, you're always not around and blah, blah, blah. Bro, game over if you don't pay attention to what your woman's doing, how she's flexing. They want to say, oh, you're trying to control me and da-da. Pay attention to what's going on with the woman, all right? So if you don't, guess what? Anything can happen. Let's go. This brethren here now, it looks like his wife cheated on him, and for once, he forgave her. It looks like he's a little more righteous than she is. I ain't lying. All right, let's go. See what happens.
So, Keith.
Yes.
I'm going to jump right in. What made you forgive her?
The main thing that made me forgive was really just like I always saw my parents go through different things growing up, but I also had the opportunity to see them work through it.
You know, we all know that men cheat. We've heard it dozens of times.
Right.
But we normally don't ever get a chance to hear a man forgiving his wife for infidelity.
She's shaking her head,
So,
yes.
Keith,
Yes.
I'm going to jump right in. What made you forgive her?
The main thing that made me forgive was really just like I always saw my parents go through different things growing up, but I also had the opportunity to see them work through it. And so seeing that, okay, yeah, it may not be the same as somebody just having an everyday argument or anything like that, but recognizing that this is the person that I said my vows to, that we made this covenant not only between ourselves but with God. This is somebody that I already said I'll be willing to work through things for better or for worse.
Yes.
And this is just one of those things that falls into the worst category.
Yo. I don't know, bro. Could you do it? What you saying? Yo, she's sitting there righteous, she stayed quiet and she's looking at it and she's like so appreciative of her man. But bro, can you forgive your woman if she cheats? I think that men handle cheating a little bit more hard than women handle it. I mean, men, it's just the world is destroyed, bro. So he's very strong, but the fact that he brought in God into the thing, it's like, yo, brother, don't bring God into the thing, yo. She cheated and she made a mistake and you forgave her. That's about it, bro. Don't bring in God.
Just one of those things that falls into the worst category, but we made these vows. I want to try and work this out.
All right.
And so I had to make that decision with God. And
she's lucky, and fair enough. He has the right to say what he's saying and do what he's doing. She's damn lucky. She's lucky straight up, bro.
And then also too, like,
I had a 7 song. Seriously? Yeah. How many guys? How many girls? 6 guys with me.
6 guys.
I had a 3-way. My boyfriend was not involved. Why? I had a 7 song.
So she had a 7-some, right? 7-some, 6 guys and her alone. And then the other one, she's like, she had a 3-way, but her boyfriend was not involved. I ain't lying, bro.
Seriously? Yeah. How many guys? How many girls? 6 guys with me. I had a 3-way. My boyfriend was not involved. While you were with him, you had a... Yeah, with another girl and another guy.
This is haram. If I continue watching this video, I'm going to end up converting to Islam.
Here's some crazy research for you.
All right.
So a third of men, 33%, a little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. The same study said that by the year 2030, that 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single. So I've got a question
Stop.
for the men.
No.
Because I see it all the time in my comments. Most of my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done. Tell me why you don't want to have a partner in life. Tell me why it's more worth it.
She knows. She's lying. She knows. It's on the screen blinking up at her all day. It's called peace. Men want peace. We don't want no bag of knives and bag of argument and talking about this and that. Like, just peace. It's as simple as that. But check this out. I wanted to ask this question here live for y'all and let me see what happens. Check this out. What are the percentage of men who are unknowingly raising another man's child?
According to Wikipedia, a 2005 scientific review of international published studies of paternal discrepancy found a range in incidence, around the world, from 0.8% to 30%, median 3.7%.
That's a lot. So there's a lot of men around the world who are raising another man's child. And I wanted to bring that up earlier on in the earlier video, right? So how common is false paternity? Insights from recent studies shows simple testing. All right, 2022 slap you, Ricky. A 2022 study published in the Human Reproduction delved into data from 1,211 men seeking paternity testing services in the United States. Findings revealed that 11% were not the biological fathers of the children that they were unknowingly raising. A lot of questions, a lot of answers. Let's keep going.
To be single than to have a partner. Even if you weren't to remarry, just to have a partner. I've got my answers, but I want to hear it in the comments. So please, drop it in the comments.
Well, for starters, I don't need a partner. I need a wife. For the very reason that most men get wives, to produce a legacy. And since most women don't want to be wives these days,
right?
If it's you,
If it's me.
do you think that man is going to give you a second chance? Your friend just beat you down, put you through the wall.
I don't think that he should.
Listen.
Because when a man cheats, he's conquering. I saw this on
double
the
standard.
Listen. When a man cheats, he conquers the woman, right? But When a man cheats, he conquers a woman. But when a woman cheats, she's being conquered by a man. So,
did y'all hear that? Yeah, that is so important. That was real talk. Say it again. No, she was not lying.
because when a man cheats, he's conquering. I saw this on
double standard.
Wow.
Listen. When a man cheats, he conquers a woman, right? But when a man cheats, he conquers a woman. But when a woman cheats, she's being conquered by a man. So if I cheat on you, I've opened my legs to another man, you know, conquering me. So I think it's a little deeper. So
a lot of men
it
is gonna love that
double
response.
So if I cheat on you, I've opened my legs to another man, you know, conquering me. So I think it's a little deeper. So
a lot of men is gonna
it
love
is a
that
double
response.
I mean, it is a double standard, but as a woman, if you really love a man, you're not gonna sleep with another man.
Stop the cap.
Some women will sleep with another man, even if she loves a man. But I gotta big up this girl, and hopefully she's a mother and teaching these good properties.
Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through.
So,
That's just how I feel.
Some women just like to feel.
Then
True.
don't be in a relationship.
This woman caught her husband cheating on her right before her wedding.
Oh, God.
This woman was waiting to get married, but after her fiancé didn't show up, she decided to go out looking for him. She caught him in the back of his limo with another woman.
Oh, gosh.
The bride totally freaked out as the husband decided to make a run for it. Comment what you would have done in this situation.
Shoot. Oh, boy.
Where'd you get your shot? What arm?
What?
Where'd you get your shot? What arm?
Right
that one?
here.
Right there?
Yeah.
She got confronted. She got confronted. She said she went to get her shot, but she didn't get it. And nowadays you have that little test with the magnets. Check this out.
Effing BS. You didn't get a shot, or else that magnet would stick to your arm. Where were you? With Sean? You with Sean Cook? Did you go to his package instead of his package coming here? Huh?
Oh, shit.
Caught you again.
Did he stay with her? That's the question.
How do you talk to your significant other if you find out they've been cheating on you? My recommendation is you don't.
That's it, right, Candace? She ain't lying, bro. Candace got the words, bro. Candace Owens, there was one time when she wasn't really for all of us talking all that Republican stuff, but when you really look into it, Candace Owens has always been about the truth, bro. That's the real truth. So, Candace, what do we say about cheaters, and how do you handle someone who has cheated on you? This is some good advice. Remember to like and subscribe right here on the Mr. Show. Let's go.
They've been cheating on you. My recommendation is you don't. I have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to cheating. I just think it is the most disrespectful thing that anyone can ever do.
True.
It takes 5 seconds to send a text and say, sorry, I don't want to be in this relationship. And I think that the hurt that people put one
Each
another
other through.
because
Yep.
of a moment where they just refuse to do that and don't want to have that tough conversation.
Yep. That's when Candace Owens, in my previous video, was talking about talking to an SS worker and telling her that she has the weakest clientele of men. The weakest type of men are her clientele because these men cannot control their impulses and their emotions. And that's what happens to a cheater. If you can't control your impulses and your emotions, we all see sexy girls. Ladies, you see sexy dudes or whatever you want to call them walking around. You have to be able to control your impulses and not be able to, you can look and all them stuff. You can watch a video, but do not attempt to step forward to that move, right? Because that's when you become a cheater. So, Candace Owens, man, you got it right. You got the formula for this, Candace. Say it again, girl. Candace Owens on cheaters. Ooh, what you say? What you say? Here we go. Candace Owens. Yeah, I messed up. I'm only human. Me no name God. God sent me. So, one more time.
Next.
How do you talk to your significant other if you find out they've been cheating on you? My
How?
recommendation is you don't. I have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to cheating. I just think it is the most disrespectful thing that anyone can ever
True.
do. It takes 5 seconds to send a text and say, sorry, I don't want to be in this relationship. And I think that the hurt that people put one another through because of a moment where they just refuse to do that and don't want to have that tough conversation is just so disrespectful. I think if they couldn't honor you with the respect of at least breaking up with you, then you certainly don't have to honor them with a conversation. I had that happen to me once when I was in high school, and I am not kidding. He was my full-fledged boyfriend. I didn't even pick up the phone, didn't speak to that person for 3 years, and I think it was one of the most empowering things I've ever done in my life. Even though I was a wreck about it and I was crying at home, I never honored him with a conversation about it.
Sometimes silence is louder than the loudness. You get what I'm saying?
When you're worried that you're being disrespected or lied to, or that you should be wary, that someone could be conning you, firstly listen to your own gut. But if you're finding it difficult to trust your gut because you're too close to the situation, and that happens to all of us at times in our life, make sure when you go to other people that you're not now doing a con mission on them. Be prepared to put all of your crazy on the table, all of the things that you're like, I can't tell them that.
It's true, because ladies like to manipulate their friends. Guys do it too, and they tell the friend half story. You tell them all the bad stuff that the partner did, but you don't tell them the bull crap that you did. And that's real talk. So I like that. I like that. You can't. You can't. Godfather.
I always think to myself, when you have a good enough friend or therapist or whoever, you have to be willing to tell them the thing that you really want to leave out.
Right.
What's the thing you're like, I want to have this conversation, but I don't want to say this part.
You have to tell everything, otherwise therapy don't work. And personally, still, I believe that your family members or close friends are your best therapists, but some people don't have that, so they have to go seek outside.
You have to be willing to tell them the thing that you really want to leave out. What's the thing you're like, I want to have this conversation, but I don't want to say this part. That's usually the part that will give you the most relief.
Liberation, yeah.
So I'm 36. I've been dating a girl for the past 4 years. I was getting ready to pop the question,
and
something big happened. I found out she was cheating on me. She said she was really sorry and that it was a mistake, that she loves me, and that...
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, like and subscribe, Mr. Show.
It's never gonna happen again. Any advice?
But what I'll say to you is, in my experience, watching my clients, this is either the beginning of the end, or it's the end of the beginning.
Like he said, this could be a mistake, but how? So if we hit a rough spot, you gonna go fix it outside the relationship?
Nope.
Yeah, man, I'll get another chick.
Steve Harvey, straight up, said, get another chick. All right, so this one here now, a son is confronting his father. His father's with another chick, and the son is confronting his father like, I don't know if the man's married. Let's listen on it and see what happens.
You can't make this shit up.
You can't.
You can't make this
Yo,
shit up.
let's go.
Son, you gotta find out this way, son.
What you mean find out this way?
Get the phone
Nah, man, no, they need to see this. They need to see what kind of trifling person you are.
Son, get that phone.
Nah, man, you too. What you mean it ain't me?
Son,
what I do,
get out my
what I do? What I do?
Sorry, you gotta find out this
no,
way.
man. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Oh, she need
Oh, boy.
she need a real man. Oh, so that's like that, Angela. Look at her.
What? Yo.
I am, huh? So
Yo, where's
like
Shorty?
that, huh?
Yo, where's Shorty going? Yo, Shorty needs to stay out of this. Let father and son handle it. Where's she going?
Look, what? Look at this. Look at this. Trash. Trash. Huh?
He takes care of me. Where have you been? You work at...
Do y'all think the son was in the right?
But I think that men are more animalistic, and it's
instinctual.
Instinctual. I think a woman cheats far before she cheats physically.
We've heard this before, right? So that's why men, you got to pay attention to the girl, because they cheat emotionally before they cheat physically. Most women, of course, everything is not all right.
It's
instinctual.
More, instinctual. I think a woman cheats far before she cheats physically. If she is emotionally attracted to you, and if she's in a relationship, that's, for me, it's some form of cheating, right? Because
True.
You have someone, how can you allow that space to open up for someone else, right? And like
Ladies, you hear her words and hear them clearly. Still, it's emotional cheating is cheating. That's my take on
You
it.
can't make this shit up.
You can't.
You can't make this shit up.
You know, and if she's in a relationship, that's for me, it's some form of cheating, right? Because you have someone. How can you allow that space to open up for someone else, right? And like I said, I mean, a woman can have sex with anyone. It doesn't have to be invested emotionally, but I think that she will cheat way before she actually cheats physically.
Wow.
So would you consider that cheating if they're mentally,
absolutely
texting
of course
other guys or
For me, yes.
entertaining other guys?
For me,
That
I
is-
believe that is a form of cheating.
Of course. Of course. Ah, boy, I tell you, women nowadays, you guys got to be really serious about what you're doing because men are definitely, as you see, a little more emotional than they were back in the past. And we all know about the term called hoflation. I don't want to get into it too tough, but we know about the term called hoflation, right? It's the Mr. Show. Thanks for tuning in. Cyanide Red Pill Rickster. Tune in and check it out. Check out my shorts and like and subscribe right here.